just to follow on from James's last question, the 5,200 roughly Carlisle fans, there's no edginess, there's no nervousness. If anything, they're here expecting us to win. What a place to be.
Yeah, brilliant. Might not be any nervousness from them, but there was from me. It's good, isn't it? I mean, this is what football supporters want. This is what managers and players want. They want to be involved in sides that are winning games. And sometimes it's not just about playing really good football. Sometimes it's about rolling your sleeves up and earning the right. And they'll probably be disappointed that they haven't finished something off. But that's life, isn't it? We've taken a chance. We've had other chances that we should have scored. And in the end, it's a brilliant result for us. I thought we'd managed the game well, maybe a little bit scrappy towards the end with silly free kicks we give away and getting involved in stuff that we don't need to. But overall, I'm absolutely delighted for everybody connected to Carlisle United that we've got another big 3 points.
Part of that at the end, though, is because those players have literally run themselves into the deck on what was a hot day, unexpectedly hot day. So what does that tell you about that group?
It tells me they've got really good character and they want to fight for the shirt and they want to fight for the football club. And there's a lot of them who are fighting to get contracts, whether it's a contract here or a contract somewhere else, just like I'm fighting for my career. We're all doing everything we possibly can to make it right. It was a really tricky situation when we first started. We've given ourselves a wonderful chance to make it a positive finish to the season. And with the results today, you know, obviously I've heard that Oldham conceded in the 90-odd minute, whatever it might be, which is about the third time they've done that. It needs to be a monumental effort from Oldham and Scunthorpe to catch us. And what we've got to do is make sure these last 8 games we pick up as many points as we can so that we're not looking over our shoulder and we're looking to try and catch the teams who are above us.
I hope I'm not giving too much away here, but I was at a training session 18 points ago, which sounds like it was ages, but it wasn't, where you said to the players, whatever you're playing for, play to keep this club in the Football League. That message seems to have hit home.
Yeah, it has. I mean, that was the challenge for us all, wasn't it? You know, we can't actually hide away from it, but we're the ones who got ourselves into that situation, so we were the only ones who could change it. You know, there was no talk to me that we could bring extra bodies in to help the squad. The only thing I was allowed to bring in was a member of staff, and I'm really pleased that I chose Paul Gerrard. I'm really pleased that we've stuck with Gav because he's been excellent to helping me in this situation that we're in. And those players had to stand up and be counted, and they certainly have done. Every single one of them, even the lads who are not getting games at the moment, they're keeping the standard right in training. And between now and the end of the season, it may be on Tuesday, some of them are going to be called upon because everybody out there today was shattered at the end of the game. You know, we've got people getting cramp, which is the first time we've had it in my time at the club. So I hope we have many, many more games where players are getting cramp and we're coming off with a smile on our face because we've won the game.
I think I've heard you say that there's stuff in this game that comes free with the energy and commitment, but there's stuff that doesn't, and we've seen it. That's the desire, the extra yard, doing the things that make wins happen. Yeah. How pleased are you with that? Delighted.
I mean, I think that's a personal choice. You have a decision to make. You have a decision to make whether you're happy or miserable. You have a decision to make in football whether you want to work hard or you're not. And some people's working hard is harder than others. But I don't care. Whatever you take yourself to your max, you have to run yourself into the ground every single game. And if you do that, the ability starts to come through. And we've talked here so far for however many minutes we've been chatting about desire and all that sort of stuff. We've actually played some really good football today as well. I think when we've switched the play and we've got it out to the opposite side, excuse me, the wing backs have caused problems. We've got balls in the box. We've had chances early on when Brennan has the header at the far post, when goalkeeper makes a save and Gibbo follows up and hits the outside of the post from a really tight angle. Other chances, Joe Riley whips a ball in behind their back line and we should probably get somebody on the end to get a tap in. But there was a hell of a lot of good stuff, some really, really good stuff today to go on top of the desire to keep the ball out the back of the net from everybody, and long may that continue.
A couple of the wins we've had, that's been your challenge. Use the ball better when we've got it, play the football when we've got it. We've matched one of the best teams we've seen up here this season for that. Again, something to really grasp onto for the last 8 games.
Oh, without a doubt we can, but I still think we can be better because I've got to be honest, I thought they were a really good football side and in all fairness, probably a better footballing team than we were on the day, but we've showed in patches what we're capable of. One of my things that I challenged the players for today was to go and believe in themselves and believe that you've got the ability to be able to cause these sorts of problems and cause these teams the problems. And I think we've done that in little patches today. Maybe not as much as we would like, but football's not just about playing the football, it's all of the other sides of it that I think we've done really, really well. And if we keep going, they will start to believe in themselves a little bit more, and they put the belief to get the football out and put that on top of the work ethic, then we won't go far wrong.
Chris got one, could have been two, both playing on the shoulder. That's exactly what he does, and that's why he gets goals.
He's a goal scorer, yeah, and that's what he does. I mean, he's had the one that's been called offside, which I haven't seen it back, but it looks really harsh. But anyway, it's done. I'd have been moaning even more if we hadn't won the game. But he is a goal scorer, isn't he? And that's what he does. And Amari caused a few problems. You know, we're wondering whether or not we should take him off because he's looking tired and concerned about him getting injured because we need him, and then suddenly he does a little bit of magic out on the left and don't know what he did, but it's like pulling a rabbit out of a hat and gets a ball across and causes a bit of chaos. And the two subs that we had to make with Kelvin and Rod coming on because we needed experience to go and defend, and lads were dropping like flies. So as a group, they've been magnificent and earned the right today against a really good Bristol Rovers team.
You won't have seen this, but Danelle took time to settle. Today you could pick any world-class defender and say they bring it from defence, they do all kinds of different things. That boy's grown in confidence.
Yeah, he is. I mean, what a great loan experience for him it's turning out to be. He's a player who I've seen coming through the England development teams, and I've seen him playing at Chelsea's 23s. But I think he's getting better and better with each game. He's developing his technique when he's going and attacking balls. One of the sort of development points for him was to be calm and in control in and out of possession, and I think he's looked really calm in possession. There's times where he could still be calmer when he's defending and his clearances, but that's right through the team. I thought there was times where we were a little bit frantic with our clearances when we could have been calmer, but all in all, listen, we shouldn't really be complaining about anything. What a big win, and I'm absolutely delighted for everybody.
We touched on this the other day and you rightly batted it off, but we've had 12 wins this season, 6 of them with you. You've only been here for 7 games. What's going on?
Yeah, players have been excellent, haven't they? I'm really happy because they're making my life very good, making people talk positively about me, and that's what you want as a manager. You want a group of players who are going to go out on the grass and do the business. Whoever you pick, whoever has to come on and finish the game, you just want them to go and do the job. And I don't think it's a lot to ask to ask them to go and do it, and that's all I'm doing. And they're the ones who are going out and doing it. And we've got 8 though. We've got 8 more. Let's not forget about that. Although we've got a lovely cushion between ourselves and second bottom, we have 8 games that we have to take as many points as we can, because what we don't want is coming in towards the end of the season and we have a horrible April and we're all moaning and everybody's unhappy with it. Let's have a really good April. We've had a good March with 1 to go, but let's have a really good April as well and make it a really strong finish to the season.
Just wondering if we have got one curse, is it that captain's armband? Because Corey's gone off there, is he okay?
He's fine. I think he was just shattered. He was shattered, Mel's took it and he was shattered. I said the other day, though, I don't care who's got the captain's armband. I know some people look at it and think it's a really big thing, but it's about having a team of leaders, and you know, anybody can have it so long as we've got leaders. You know, Morgs is leading, Danelle's leading, Mark Howard's leading, everybody is in. Deno, the way he's working and getting about the pitch, they're all showing leadership qualities, and you know, it's something that's missing in football nowadays, leaders, and they're showing it now. They obviously didn't show it early on in the season for previous managers, but thankfully for me, they are showing it, and it's brilliant to see.
We talked about this at length the other day, Paul, and I apologise for bringing it up again, but I think the fans would expect us to ask about the future, because at what point do you start to knock on the door, or at least ask the question, what's happening with me? Because it's not just you. There's players here as well who are waiting to find out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I had a conversation with Nigel the other day about it. He said, look, everybody's asking the question. I said, look, the remit is to get safe. Let's get ourselves safe. There's lots of conversations that need to happen, and I'm sure that conversations will happen, but we're just going to have to wait and see. I'm I'm really not in any hurry at this moment in time, because I don't need any distractions. The players certainly don't need any distractions. What we need to do is just keep going along as we are, and keep focusing on the next one, the next game, and then I'm sure at some point we will have those conversations. But really, I've learnt is no point worrying about things like that, and I know that I'm definitely here till after the Bradford game. Who knows what will happen after that? In the summer, when I went for a routine health check, I didn't know I'd get told I'd have cancer. So anything can happen, and you've got to enjoy the moments. You've got to enjoy doing what you're doing, and I certainly am at the moment, and I'm certainly going to enjoy the weekend as well.
But when you see that out there, do you understand why we keep asking on behalf of that lot? Because they're desperate to know what's going on.
Oh no, I totally get it. Yeah, I do. I totally get it. And everybody has a job to do, and everybody wants to know. So I don't have a problem with people asking, but you also have to understand I can't actually give you the answer.
Paul, thanks once again.